Hey guys, Shane, Garage of Constant Sorrow. Let me show you what we're working on. Hang on, let me take a drink real quick. We got my truck. Well, that's probably backwards, but Vita Coco. My wife's got me on a health kick now. No more vitamin water because it's got too much sugar. All right, let's see what we got. So, I don't know, about 5 years ago, I replaced the steering gear on this truck. And right out of the box, it had a little play in it. I tried tightening it up, which, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, we can see. Hold on, let me flip you around. All right, so there is an adjustment, in case you're not aware. Yeah, that's good. All right, so this nut and screw right here. Hang on, let's see. Yeah, right on top of that steering gear. You can adjust it, which I did. And it helped a little bit for a little while, but it wore out over time. Not the best reman job. So I'm gonna go ahead and warranty it out. I got the air box out right here and took out the nut, or bolt, excuse me, that holds the steering shaft to the gearbox. So that nut right there, and this should actually just slide out. Let's get a pry bar. And let's see what we can see. There we go. I got the steering wheel locked in the straightforward position. This should just go on one way. And the steering column should collapse, so not sure why it's giving me so much resistance. Oh, it's just binding up on the shaft. All right, so I can't do this one-handed. All right, I'll be back. Okay, got it. So you can see there's a flat one side, well, one piece of this shaft is flat, so it should only go in here one way. So that's why we keep the steering wheel straight so we don't get it, 100 or 360 degrees out. Oh, another weird thing, this bolt, so I looked at it, right? Looked like about a 10, so tried a 10, no, not a 10, too small. Tried a 12, no, too big. So I went to a 7/16, it fit, so I took it out, cleaned it up, and it is metric. It's an 11. 11 fits perfect. How often do you see an 11 millimeter hex on a bolt head? I don't know, it's weird. All right, so next to, let's see, we gotta get these two lines out here, pressure and return. We're just gonna leave them hooked up otherwise, and then we'll go down to the bottom and show you what we got down there. All right, we got it. Easy peasy. Stupid thing is, those one's a 19, one's an 18. And the only flare nut wrench I have is an 18. The biggest one I have is an 18. So I had to use the no-no wrench for the 19. But luckily it wasn't frozen on there, so. All right, two lines, that's off. Now we need, I'm kind of trying to do this in the interest of time for the video length, so I'm trying not to go too much here. All right, so right there is the nut for the pitman arm, and then we've got a puller that I'll show you later when we get to that point. And then we got 3 bolts, 1, 2, 3, that hold the gear to the frame. All right, we'll be back. Oh, another thing. Whenever you take those lines off, they're gonna spew. So basically I zip tied this one up and just hooked this one up here. So made a little bit of a mess, but I mitigated it by bringing the ends of the hoses up above the level of the power steering pump. All right, we got it. So we got the nut off the pitman arm. Let me show you real quick. We got. I ended up using a 1 5/16. Had to break out the 3/4 drive because I didn't have anything that big, or whatever the metric equivalent. I'm sure it's. Let's see, 36 was too big, 32 was too small. It's probably 34, most likely. So let me show you what was. All right, so that came off fairly easily right there. And as you can see, I've got a leak somewhere. I think it's in this. Pushed the wrong button, sorry. Let's see, these 2 lines right here are oil cooler lines that come from back there by the oil filter. So this is the pitman arm puller. See if we can get it in frame here. Hook it on like that, slide it over. Oh, if we can get it in the frame, Shane. Yeah, I don't know how these guys do this one-handed stuff. All right, just make sure that's in the center of the shaft coming out right there. And it has a 3/8 drive hole right here, so you don't have to worry about a socket. So let's get that. Let's see. Check rotation. Oh wait, but we're going on, not off. Alright, so we're gonna get it tight. And probably whack it with a hammer. So I'm gonna need 2 hands for that. Alright, but basically, you know, this thing, I don't trust this too much. I mean, the threads are pretty shallow, so I don't want to crank down on it too much, which is why I'm just gonna snug it up, whack it with a hammer, probably in this vicinity or right here where my thumb is, up in there. I don't know if I can get to it because of the stabilizer bar. I'll let you know how it goes. Alright, so we had to hit it with the persuader. A little heat. And the 1/2-inch breaker bar. But we got it. Threads held up on this thing. Even though I accidentally got it with the hammer right there, but the threads just, I don't know, I just don't trust them. They're so thin. They still look all right though, because they're a little loose in here too. I don't know if you can see this. So I just don't trust them. But it is what it is, and it worked. So there we have it. And let's show what we got. Off it there. Still hot. The other end of the pitman arm is a little loose, so I'm going to go ahead and replace that center link because it's got the joint here. Pitman arm just bolted to it from the top, so we'll have to undo this, and the idler arm. Those are tie rod ends. Anyway, so there you have it. And so now we just need to pop those 3 loose in here, and out she'll come. All right, later. All right, I'm back. It's been, I don't know, an hour or 2. And so, okay, where we leave off? Oh, I was going to replace the center link. So I ordered that. It won't be until tomorrow. So I decided to go ahead and try and take it off. And while I had the steering gear out of the vehicle, just to make it a little easier to get to everything, let me show you what I found. All right, so the nuts that are here, and here, well, and that one, the Pitman arm, idler arm, and the two inner tie rod ends, they're not castle nuts. They're like pinch bolts. I don't know if I can see. Oh yeah, right here. So you see that little indentation in the flat? So there's one on each side. So basically that squeezes the middle where the threads inside, squeezes them just a little bit so they're really tight. So I got these all loosened up. I used the hang on, let me see the tool. Where's the tool? Oh yeah, I love this tool. Like I said before, I'm a tool guy. So basically this goes right here, and then you tighten up this bolt right here, and it applies pressure directly to the stud in the ball joint. So basically you just crank down on it until you hear this enormous pop that scares the crap out of you, and that means it's loose. You know, easy stuff, right? But so here's the thing: you want to put the nut on it if you're going to reuse the ball joints, which I was going to do. So you want to put the nut on it until you can see the stud is about flush with the nut before you use that tool, because you don't want to do it with without the nut on there, because it'll screw up the threads. So that being said, the nuts that they used on these are so tight that when you finally get the stud popped loose, here, I don't know if you can see this. I can't move it with my fingers. Anyway, the stud rotates when you try and remove the nut. Okay, so got down to, my final act of desperation, vice grips, to hold the stud. Still spins the stud. It's so tight. So basically we're going to end up replacing the inner and outer tie rod ends. I'm just going to do the sleeve too. I'm not even going to mess with it. I'm going to take it all out of there. Hopefully the outers don't give me too much of a problem, but they shouldn't, because these are castle nuts and they're not as tight as these style right here. So that's where we stand. Let me run back up to O'Reilly and get those outer tie rod ends and sleeves coming. So we'll be back probably tomorrow. I'm not doing all this today. It's already 5 o'clock. So we'll see you tomorrow. All right, here we are. Next day. Rain, nasty, wet tools. A lot of work to do there. All right, let me show you what we got going on. Okay, we got tie rod ends. Ow, that hurt. Okay, inner and outer. We got the sleeve. Let's see, one of these goes backwards. Right, so we have a reverse thread. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to put them on 5 threads for now, and then that way they're even going in and out. Don't forget your clamps. And this side goes the proper thread. right hand thread, whatever you call it. Alright, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so now this one I've already done. Since I'm not taking these apart, if I were to take these apart and reuse this sleeve, basically you'd want to count how many threads that it's in to get it about, you got to have this aligned afterwards anyway, but you want to get it pretty close so you can drive it to the alignment shop. So what you would do is you would count how many turns it took to get it out of here, and then put that same number of turns into this new one into the sleeve. But we're not reusing the sleeves. So basically what I did was I put all this together, and then you hold these two still and you turn the adjusting sleeve, and that'll cause, because they're opposite threads, it causes the tie rods to move in and out simultaneously. So I did that, and then excuse me, basically held it up against this side to make it the same length as that one. This one we're going to do the same thing. So, but this one feels a little tight on this side, so I may have to. Oh wait, this one. Basically, I'm turning this kind of weird. I'm doing like one side at a time. But basically, if you keep both of these in the up position, that'll maintain their relationship to each other. So I know this side's right hand thread, so I'm turning it in, and then turning this one in also, but I'm spinning it backwards. So we're going to, there we go, we got a long way to go. Yes. Goodness, that one's getting tight. Almost. And they used to have this. This is kind of weird with these sleeves. I just realized these sleeves don't have any ridges on them. Or flats. They used to make them where they at least had two flat sides so that you could get a wrench on and turn it. Like this one's got, well, it's got a full hex, I think. See? You can't turn this with a wrench. That's a little strange. But it won't be my problem because the alignment guy is going to be the one to deal with it. Alright, so we are almost, I think. Yeah, I think that's about right. Hopefully you guys can see that. Anyway. Oh, goodness. Too old for this. Not really. Okay, I'll be back. Alright, so, almost forgot. And don't you forget. We got grease zerks to install, which I'm surprised they still put on these joints. Snug them down, don't go crazy with it. Well, Should be good. I don't want to over tighten it, but I don't know if you can see there is a little bit of a gap there, so I think I need to go. Well, like I said, I don't want to overdo it. I did the other side already. All right, and then also, let's see if you can see this. I don't think I can. So I was looking at this thing. There's a slight variation in the length. This side is shorter here than this side. Oh, excuse me. There we go. So just be mindful of which direction you put your parts in, because there is a right way and a wrong way. I promise you there's a reason they did that. So what we're going to do, right, so let's see, this goes just like this goes this side. Yeah, they gave me these two nuts. Oh, these must go, where do they go? I don't know, they gave me these two nuts and cotter pins that came with this center link. But it's got these already on it. Let's use the cotter pins for those. I have no idea what these are for. Anyway. Shoot, we're gonna do it in the nuts. Tried to have this all set up for you guys already. Sorry, forgot to open these. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on. Oh, don't lose that, son. Where'd it go? There was a greaser. Oh, there it is. Ah. Right, so don't forget to put your zerks in. Oh, wait. Huh, look at that. The inners don't have one, but the outer does. Kind of weird. Alright, put it in. Like so. Looks crooked. Come on now. Huh. Yeah, this is not gonna work right. You know what? Let's do it. Get it in there one way or the other. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Huh. Dude, seriously? Okay, let's try another one. Yep, crooked is the only way it will go. That's a little crooked too. I can't get it in with the socket, so we're gonna go try. Alright, let's try this. So we can hold it in place and turn it at the same time. And it's going more crooked, so that's not working. What do we do? We gotta have this together today. I can't stop for it. Oh, come on now. Come on, get in there. Haha. Got it. Persistence. Okay, now I'm gonna put I gotta clamp down my sleeve. Got this one here. It's funny because there's no grease inside this thing. You can tell it's flat. And there's no way to grease it. Huh. Anyway, you get the idea, guys. Put these, I'm gonna go ahead and put this together and then put it in the truck. Same way I pulled that one out. So, I'll be back. Alright, thought you might enjoy watching me struggle putting this gearbox in. So here we go. We got 3 bolts already right here, all ready to go. I squirted a little deep creep on them. Rust prevention. And so we gotta swing the pitman arm up out of the way. Put this thing up in there like this until the front end of it clears the sway bar up. I'm going to tilt it this way and pull it back this way to get it into position. So, here we go. Oh my God, that thing's heavy. Okay. And move it. Move it or lose it. Try not to drop it on your face. Come on, where you at there, man? Why are we not going any farther? There we go. Okay. Top to it. What are we doing? Oh, that one on the wrong side of the steering shaft. Damn it. Okay, so we're going to bring the steering shaft over that way. Push it over that way. Hopefully it stays in place. Move. Oh, you bet. Alright. Hang on, let me see if we can push this. Oh my goodness. Nope, that's not going to work. So, just push it over the snap. Oh, come on, man. Alright, and then you get too tired and you can't go on. Oh, come on, just get it. There we go, okay. We just get a position we can rest. Woo, doggy. That's tight. Okay. Got it. Okay, now we gotta figure out where our holes are. We got 1, 2 bottom holes. There's that. Okay, so basically we gotta hold it with that hand. Try and thread these with this hand. Come on. Pray and everything's lined up straight. Ooh, I think we hooked the thread. Yes. Let's try this one. Sometimes you gotta wiggle the thing you're trying to thread into to get it to work, because it gets bound up easily. Here's another one. I think we got it. All three of them. What? Oh yeah. Okay. Well, hope you all enjoyed that, because I sure didn't. Alright, I'll be back. Okay. Boy, this has been a real pain in the hoo-ha, as old Eric O would say. Let me show you where we're at. Alright, so we got everything hooked up finally. I was concerned that these parts weren't right, or something was made improperly, because there are some tight clearances between, and I looked it up. This is the proper way it goes. This is the way that it came off, because I remember hitting this with an impact to try and get it off of there. So this is the way it goes, and this is how much room you got between here. It's ridiculous. You cannot get this off without taking the whole center link down, which is weird. But we got this hooked up. All these Castle nuts are 35 foot-pounds. I'm gonna get these lined up. I'm gonna go a little, let me think, what's the rule? Yeah, I'm gonna go a little tighter to get the cotter pin hole lined up. And then this was 185 foot-pounds. Scared me taking it that far, but finally clicked. Oh, I still gotta get these hooked up, and these are inch-pounds, really. It does recommend that you not put the, what is it, this part of the clamp in line with this slot. So you want to go like that, I'm assuming is what they're talking about. And same on the other one. So there's that. Okay, we got the flexible coupler hooked up. I had to tap that on with a hammer because they painted this whole steering gear apparently after they built it. I mean, they like spray painted the whole thing, threads and all. So there was paint here, paint on the end of those threads. They had some caps over the where the lines go in. There was paint over those. Okay, and then so we got our hoses hooked up, tightened down, our bolt. You can't see it right there, but oh yeah, I was looking at this, that pinch bolt right there. It moved. So, but I remember after I got everything hooked up, I turned the wheel to make sure that those inner tie rod ends didn't hit the subframe down there. So that's where we stand. Okay. So I still have to fill it with fluid and bleed it, get the air out of the lines, and then put all the air cleaner and stuff back together. But that's basically it. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off there just to try and keep this video short. I know. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. And we'll hopefully see you in the next one. Later.